communities of place. Oh, actually, I'll just do who am I? Personal beliefs and values and political ideology, right? And so these things might be very difficult to formulate, especially when you're 13, 14, or 15, and you're focused on different things like your personal values and beliefs. You may not even have personal beliefs. You might just kind of look to your friends and classmates or to your parents, right? And when you're young, you're very much shaped and formed by your environment, by the people and the things around you. And it can be very hard to have personal beliefs and values. Now, if you're in a good community, then it was just a 10 a.m. alarm. Right. If you're in a I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, if you're in a healthy community, they'll give you values and perspectives that will help you over time, right? And you can look to those people around you for that reinforcement, right? What have you learned from your experiences as well? And again, at this age, you maybe don't have a lot of experiences to have learned from. Maybe you do, right? Maybe I shouldn't be judgmental. Okay. Political ideology, what do you think about the role of governments and how they should work? Again, this comes back to what we just discussed on perspective. Like as a kid, you might think, well, the government should do everything, right? And even as an adult, like, well, the government should solve this problem, right? But then you're not necessarily taking a lot of personal responsibility or accountability. What can you do in your life to solve these issues at the level that you can manage? Okay. Where am I? So your community is a place. So how many of you live in Leduc? Pretty much all of you. Anyone live in Millet or Wetaskiwin or anywhere nearby? I live in Edmonton. Anyone? I don't know why you'd come to school here if you lived in Edmonton, but other than to work. Okay. How many of you work? One of you. Any of you volunteer somewhere? Okay. Right. So some of you have multiple communities, right? You live in Leduc, you come to school here, maybe you have a job, maybe you volunteer somewhere. You interact with 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of different communities, which changes your perspectives. Communities of interest. So what do you care about most? Family, right? So do you spend a lot of time with family? Right? Do you make that intentional? Right? And then particularly like what issues? And I would say that at this stage in your life, it's probably better to just continue to learn and improve yourself than to focus on getting too political. I'm going to quickly skim through. Okay, perfect. We're going to do 2 more quick slides. So what if your beliefs, values, and ideologies are different from someone else's? Who is right? How do you determine who is right and who is wrong? Are you sure? So what if you have 2 people? One person thinks it's okay to kill people and the other one thinks it's not okay. What's that? Wait, what?
Who are the people you are killing?
Who are the people you're killing? Does that matter?
If you have reasons, if they are very good, if they're good reasons.
What's a good reason then? We're talking about killing people, so what's a good reason to kill a person? Yeah. Once upon a time, we executed pedophiles. Did you want to add something?
Still should.
Like in jail, like the death penalties, they kill people.
Well, and what were some of the crimes you had to do to get the death penalty?
Mass murder.
Murder, mass murder, right?
Terrorism.
Terrorism, genocide. So I'll just add grade 9s. We no longer have capital punishment. That's what that's called. So no matter if you can prove like, hey, this person killed 5 people and whatnot deliberately, there's no capital punishment. So you're not allowed to kill them as a punishment. Well, as a society, our values changed over time. But maybe one could argue that our stomach for doing that changed over time. It could have been also that, like, what if you get it wrong? Like, what if you get it wrong? You sentence someone to capital punishment. You say we're gonna hang you or firing squad, or what they do now is actually inject people with poison. They don't brutally kill people anymore. Right? What if you get it wrong?
What if you get the wrong person?
Yeah, so you kill someone who's innocent, right?
Well, then
That's tough, right?
find the real person that actually
Over
did the
here,
crimes.
over here. You had your hand up patiently.
And then kill you.
Let's, yeah, yeah. So in Canada, actually, self-defense laws are incredibly limited. If you attack me and I hit you, like I can go to jail.
Actually?
Yeah.
So say if you
Like I could get in trouble. Yeah.
if
You're not allowed to
if
defend
someone
yourself.
pulls a gun on me, I'm not allowed to hit them.
Well, I would be careful because then a court might decide that you weren't within reasonable rights to defend yourself. It's-
Wait.
So hey, let's come back. Let's come back. How do you determine who is right or wrong? Because that's very challenging.
Well, if it's like a factual answer,
What?
then if it's like you can only determine someone is right or wrong if it's like a factual like there's no other like genuine answer like for math. That's something that you can.
And 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah. No, it's 3. Who's right? Who's wrong?
He shoots at you, he misses, you punch him, knock him out the first punch, you're gonna get put in jail.
No, what? No, but I don't know. Maybe they could flip that into an assault charge. What if you knock him out and the guy hits his head on the concrete? Right? Like, all I'm trying to say on that note, grade 9s. Let's keep it together for a couple more minutes back there. Almost free. All I'm trying to say on that self-defense note is that in Canada we're quite limited in defending ourselves, and there have been instances. I believe I would have to look them up and be specific. I haven't done that. There are instances where people defended themselves and were then potentially criminally prosecuted, right? Anyways, I'll wrap this up by saying it can be very challenging to differentiate between right and wrong beliefs. And I'll just be upfront with you. I don't think I'm qualified to answer that question for you or help you answer that question. But there are going to be beliefs that are wrong, right? Killing people is wrong. Stealing from people is likely wrong, right?
It's only illegal if you get caught.
Okay, thank you.